All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now live here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters. Sportswire Radio. Now, originally, tonight was supposed to be a BTW pre-show for November to Remember, night 1 and night 2, and usually we do that with the BTW again. Now, we'll get into that in a little while. We will do some BTW coverage because the man that is here right now is going to be a part of that. He's pulling double duty. I'm not sure which is worse for him or not, but we are here. Normally, I do my long intro and go into that, the usual, the war chants, but it doesn't necessarily speak to that moment. And I want to go and right now formally introduce the man that is, according to many, himself included, the GOAT of BYW, the King of the West. He is the 4-time BYW Interpromotional Champion. He will be in action not once, but twice here coming up at BTW season finale that is November to Remember. We are talking about none other than Comatose. My friend, a lot has happened here over the last 24 hours, and before you get some surprises and eventually in a little while see some of your BTW colleagues to at least give us some hype coming up for November to Remember, talk about why you are taking this sabbatical, and this will be your last appearance here on Sportswire Radio for 2025.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. There isn't too much that I can really say publicly, I would say, on any type of live platform about
Gotcha.
some of the reasons that I am going away for sure. I am more than open to telling anybody anything that they need to know for sure.
Gotcha.
Anything that they want to know, anything that they possibly think it could be, I am completely open. There is no point in lying about anything. I feel as if the only way to keep relationships, and not only keep but build relationships, is if you are fully honest about anything that is happening in your life, for sure. But one of the biggest reasons that I am taking a break is simply the fact that for about almost 2 years now, since I have come back to backyard wrestling, and not just backyard wrestling, but promo wrestling too, I have been non-stop, just constantly promoting, constantly performing, constantly doing things for other people, for other channels. And I have no problem with that whatsoever. I like getting my name out there, and I like doing stuff for people. I like helping people out. But it has definitely started to take a toll on me, along with the amount of personal things that I have had going on in my personal life, for sure.
Understand.
Mental health wise, I have not been the best, I could say, since I came back whatsoever, and even honestly a little before that. It's been quite a rough journey for me, but now I am finally taking the right steps in the professional manner that I need to get my mental space where it needs to be, so that when I do come back to backyard wrestling, I'm going to be an even more sharper version of myself, an even more confident version of myself, and a person that is not riddled with the amount of emotions that I feel like I feel all at the same time. I do have quite an emotional problem, I would say. I feel a lot of different things all at the same time, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, depression, which I know a lot of people deal with. And I just want to say right now to those
Mental health
people,
month. Men's mental health
mental health
month.
months, absolutely. And to those people out there that are unfortunately going through that, I just want you to all know that you are loved and you are needed in this world. There is a plan for you. God has a plan for everybody. And while maybe you can't quite see what that plan is, that is by design. It is all about the journey and how you get there. And you cannot stop the journey no matter what. You can't, I would say, you can't put that type of sadness on the people around you just because in the moment you are feeling like that there is no hope. There is always hope, no matter what.
Absolutely. No, listen, it's mental health is a big thing. I always talk about when I was growing up in Brooklyn, people would have laughed and said you're nuts. But in this day and age, we have a wrestler coming on here next week, the Tribal Cheese, who actually walked out. He walked out of wrestling. He was wrestling a match in front of a big crowd, and he's a very big draw in the UK, and he hasn't really wrestled since. He had a 24/7 type of match, but you get the point. And he left because of that. So I completely understand. Now I know a lot of people are going to be here and they're going to say things to you here throughout, and then we'll get to the BTW gang in the second half of the show. But what do you want to say to anybody here, since this is your last appearance on Sportswire for 2025? What would you want to say to anybody here tonight as maybe a parting shot or a goodbye for now?
I don't have many shots because I've done a lot of things within this year, and not just this year, but 2024, that I didn't even dream that I would have been able to do. I didn't when I came back to backyard wrestling, right? When I had my first match with Ashton Manson for the interpromotional title to gain it back finally after 4 years, I did not foresee within my future that I would have wrestled the names that I wrestled. Names like RJS, names like Swift, names like BES, the BCF guys, RTG, and as much as I hate him, Aaron Blaze. Not even just that, Jacob Frost, which we haven't seen in a while.
That was my next one. I'm certainly a very, very well known figure in the backyard circuit for sure.
Absolutely. And then along the line, while I was taking my BYW journey, I joined promo wrestling, and then
yes,
I faced names there that I didn't think I would get a chance to face. I didn't think I was good enough. I'm not gonna lie. Internally, this is completely me. This isn't Comatose. This is Ethan Heath speaking right now. I did not think that I was talented enough to be able to perform with individuals such as James Taylor, such as Nathaniel Rage, such as AJ Storm. And I was supposed to have a match with Maxwell Mangione, but unfortunately that's going to have to get postponed. It will be happening still. Don't anybody worry. That match is still going to come after I come back. But I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be able to share the same stage as these people, much less these people tell me that they are shocked that they could even compete with me. That, in my mind, is mind-boggling. A kid from a small town called McCall, Idaho, coming into this giant world, this huge world that most people don't even know exists, this underground world of greatness, which is wrestling in promo wrestling.
Yep.
And being able to step toe-to-toe with the greats and being able to actually have fans that see the vision that I see for myself, it makes me speechless. It makes me very emotional to see how much support I have. I'm not going to lie. I love each and every single one of you that have allowed me to perform for you. And that includes you, Tom. You have been a huge part of my journey here. Without you, honestly, I don't know necessarily if I would have been able to enlarge in myself the way that I have made myself become this larger than life figure. Without you, without a platform like this, it would be very hard for the little guy to become the big boss that he is. And it is a true testament to your greatness that you can take people that have the smallest amount of subscribers and turn them into a box office event here on Sportswire. And I truly
appreciate that. Well, listen, the wheel goes the other way around. I mean, we've had some, pretty big names. Obviously, the man that has performed for the band called Saliva, Spider-Man, and Chris Jericho's theme song, Josie Scott, was here. Obviously, this guy, Rhino, the last ECW champion, the last TNA Impact Hall of Famer, Pitbull, Gary Wolf. I mean, Savio Vega, Stone Cold Steve Austin's first opponent at WrestleMania. Also from the band Megadeth, Chris Poland and David Ellefson next week. I mean, we can go all day. And, Mark Farner of Grand Funk Railroad, Mama Comatose probably knows who that is. We're an American band. But, it takes two to tango. And, we're obviously going to, certainly wish you well and hope that you'll be back in 2026. And I hope that you'll come back. And we certainly support your decision, because ultimately you only get one shot at this in life. You only get one chance to go out there and get it right. And if whatever you're going through is that important, you need to be able to take care of yourself, because your health is wealth, and that's the most important thing. And mental health is a big thing. There's no question about it. There's a lot of people I know in the chat. Mama Comatose is here, and I'm going to get to somebody, I could talk with you all day, but there are a lot of people that would like to say goodbye, and I want to give some of them an opportunity here for a few minutes. So the first one is somebody that has quite a past with you. He hasn't been on Sportswire in a minute, and he wanted to pop in and wish you well and give his support. That is none other than the legend killer Blade himself. And he wanted to pop by here for a few minutes and just give his well wishes.
How are you doing, Blade? It's really good to see you here on Sportswire with me right now, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. And honestly, I know what's going on and everything, and that mental health stuff, it's no joke. So, like, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss seeing you. And just, I mean, I haven't seen you in person in years. So, I mean, since I got W back up and going, you've helped me out with a lot of that. So,
yeah.
I mean, so thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. You need a platform just as much as I do.
Yeah, but I mean, there wouldn't be an FCW without Comatose. So, but I'm gonna miss you, and I'll be here waiting on you when you come back. That's for sure. And maybe one day next year our paths will cross again.
I have a very strong feeling that will definitely happen for sure. I am foreseeing now that very soon me and you will be seeing each other again for sure. And it's going to be a magical moment.
Yeah, Rifle Club reuniting in person for the first time in X amount of years.
Yeah,
I would love to see
two
that.
core members.
A lot of people would love to say that. It's so good to see you, Blade. I know you haven't been on Sportswire in a long time. I know a lot has also happened for you. And anything else that you want to say here to the audience before we let you go? Because we have a lot of people that want to come on, and I got to get to the BTW gang. Anything else you'd like to say or promote while you're here with us?
Yeah. The reason why I've been gone for so long is I had a very bad knee injury, but now my knee it's 100% better. So just keep a weather eye on that horizon because FCW is coming back and it's going to be better than ever.
We can't wait for that. And if you are on Instagram right now, please follow the Legend Killer Blade himself. Obviously, I've watched some of his YouTube streams, also college football, other things, gamer. Great guy. Let's root for those to get out there and do what they want to do. And it's guys like Blade that have helped us get to where we need to be. It's a two-way street always. And my friend, I just want to thank you for being here at this moment. And I thought of you, and I thought with the history that you and Comatose had, it had to be no other way to give a cue that you had to be here tonight and say a few words to a man that has meant so much to the backyard wrestling community and the one and only Mr. Comatose himself.
And I've said this once, and as much as he says I give him too much credit, I don't care. I'm going to give him all the credit in the world. There would be no Blade without Comatose. He got me into the backyard scene. So I'm going to do any and everything I can to make my brother proud. And I'm going to miss you, man. I love you. And like I said, I'll be here waiting for you when you get back.
I can't wait.
Love that. We're proud of both of you. Blade, you have a happy Thanksgiving and keep up the good work. Keep up that fight. And we're going to see you in that ring, I know, in 2026, my friend.
Yep.
All right. That is the Legend Killer Blade. And obviously, a man with an important and long history with Comatose. You can follow him on Instagram. I do have a surprise. I got to get on here for a few minutes. He wants to say something. He has meant a lot to you, I know, of late. And that is the legendary James Taylor, who makes his return to Sportswire Radio on Thanksgiving. We wanted to certainly jump him up the line for obvious reasons. A man that has certainly helped build this platform to get us the likes of Mark Farner and who knows, maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin here next. But until then, James Taylor, I know you got a few minutes, and I wanted to give you that opportunity here before we see you on Thursday. About to say goodbye to Comatose.
Appreciate the time, Comatose. Appreciate the time,
Of course.
Tom. Good to see you, kid. I don't know what all you're going through. I don't know what it is. Apparently, it's some mental stuff or whatever the case. You're more than my DMs are wide open. So if you ever need somebody to talk to, if anybody, the old man here who is wise beyond his years, and that's not really in character, that's more like legitimate experience that I have in life. I'd be more than happy to help out in any way that I can. But regardless, nonetheless, I wanted to say, do what you do. Take all the time you need, get your mental state intact, get your health intact, fight all the demons you got to, knock their asses out, and then come on back, because I know a lot of guys want to see you here. I mean, never got to have that actual physicality one-on-one match, James Taylor and Comatose, because that'd be a hell of a matchup. Well, I don't know. Never
One
say
hell.
never, right? I'm
Never say never.
Never say
You
Never say
know I'm
never,
going to be
James.
asking that on Thursday, James Taylor. Boy, I can't wait to see you here on Thursday. Talk OCW, talk who knows, whatever else is on your mind. And there's that YouTube channel. But yeah, I would love to see James Taylor and Comatose somewhere. You know, certainly maybe more promo wrestling matches. Who knows?
I
That could
got a hell
definitely
of a
be.
lot to say. I got a hell of a lot to say on Thursday, but we'll save that for them because now's not the time for it. I got a whole lot of things I need to address with this All Wrestling Matters bullshit and, of course, with OCW. But beside the point, Comatose, I'm not going to keep all your time up. You can say anything you want, ask me anything you want before I go, but I thought I'd come on here because that's the type of respect I have for you. I have respect for guys like you, for kids like you who actually have, and this isn't buttering you up, this is just the facts. I know that you got a heart for this business. You eat, sleep, and breathe this business more than anybody that I've seen that comes on here. And I'm saying that to let you know that James Taylor respects you. I respect what you've done. I respect what you've gone through. And I know that this is just a hump in the road and you still got that mountain to climb for the rest of your career. You got a hell of a career ahead of you. Don't ever give up. Just like the man says, one of the greatest of all time, never give up, because that is a true statement. If you love this business, never give up. We all got to take a break sometime. We all got to, cool those gears down and get ready for the next chapter and whatever the career is going to be. So there you go.
And that's it. And that's James Taylor. Hit his sub for him on YouTube. There's some people haven't seen him a while here on Sportswire, so please do that. He's on Instagram, TikTok. He's really big on TikTok. He's famous. And of course, Comatose famously interviewed James Taylor earlier this year. That's why there's an important connection. And James will be back in the ring next weekend for OCW. We'll be talking a lot about that, and we'll certainly be keeping it PG on some of the things James said, because we certainly want to keep the gravy train rolling here on Sportswire for the big names. But thank you, James, and we'll see you Thursday. Now you got to run.
Did you need anything, Comatose, or do you want to say anything?
There is a couple things that I did want to say to you for sure. I don't have any questions. I will reserve I will reserve the questions for the knowledge that I'm going to need from you later. But I do want to say this to you. I have an immense amount of respect for you as well, and it's more so on the opposite side of the coin that you were saying how you love to see that there is a man that eats, sleeps, and breathes this sport that is as young as me. And the same could be said for someone like you. You eat, breathe, and sleep this sport, and you are one of the older wise men of the sport that many people, and I don't care what anybody says, that many people should be following, and many people should be listening to the words that come out of your mouth, because it will take you a long way if you listen to this man, James Taylor, right here. This man, without even knowing it, has helped me so much throughout my entire career, whether it is promoing or whether it is actually in the ring. The intensity that I bring is driven from the advice that you have given me, for sure. The passion that you see throughout my face, throughout my body language, anything that you see that comes from Comatose, I have been learning from people like James Taylor. He is the man that he says he is, and he deserves all the respect in the world. And I thank you, James Taylor, and I love you so much.
Thank you. Agreed with that. James he's one of the people that helped build this platform. Sean Jovi was here yesterday, and it's Johnny Velocity, James. You have to, get used to that name on Friday, and then, certainly your old nemesis, Jason Storm, will be here on Saturday. So you'll be, I guess, reunited with some of your compadres from a few years ago, from the very beginnings. But I agree with Comatose on all of that. And James, I can't wait to carve some turkey with you on Thursday. Probably not, but nevertheless, you will certainly be doing some carving, I'm sure, Thursday night.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate the kind words, Comatose. It's all respect, and I have a passion for this business since the day I was born, since I was 3 years old. We all know the story, and everything I say, I just speak facts. I see through the bullshit a mile away, and people think I'm full of it until it actually happens. And like, James, you know what? This happened. Oh, didn't I say that about a couple of months ago or a year ago? You know what? You did. You did say that. It's because I already see it. I see everything that's going to happen before it happens because I get a sense of it. And I guess that's just the wisdom when
The
it comes
great Bruce
to the
Willis
age.
movie, The Sixth Sense. Great movie. Great movie.
There you go. So don't knock the age, because as you continue your career, Comatose, you're going to gain that knowledge. You're going to gain that wisdom, just like anybody else who actually cares about this business. You call it the sport. Yes, it is. It's sports entertainment. I call it the business because that's the old school in me, because that's exactly what it is. I'm willing to do business with anybody if it's the right business and if it makes sense. But clearly, there's a reason why I'm only on the path that I'm going now, because I'm tired of all the drama. But it's not about me, Comatose. It's about you. Again, hope you have a good rest of the night. I hope you have a good rest of the few days, months, whatever you need to take your time before you can get back into the ring and do what you got to do best. You know what I mean?
I
So
do.
kick ass,
Completely.
man.
Well said.
Kick ass, man. Don't let nobody walk all over you, and continue to do what you do. And I'm going to keep my eyes on you.
Absolutely. And that is James
Thank you.
Taylor. He's here Thursday night. Hit his YouTube page a sub and follow him on TikTok and Instagram. And James, thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you Thursday.
See you later.
All right. And Chase Wakefield also wanted to give his best wishes. And I have more surprises. So I'm just going to get right to it, because a man that recently has been a huge part of your past wants to pop in for a few minutes. And it's that freak man for you. And he wanted to give his well wishes. And
That one I was not expecting. That's
I got a
awesome.
few more up my sleeve tonight. I
So,
still got the
you're not getting the psychotic freak tonight. You're getting Chris.
that's so nice of you.
Yeah. I want to thank you, Comatose, for bringing me into TPW. It wasn't for you, the psychotic freak would have been dead after Hellfest. And I know you guys talked about mental health at the beginning of the show. The reason why I did leave LBYW for the first time was because of mental health. So I want to say good job on actually trying to go out and get the help.
And we hope that the freak comes back here with some freak Wi-Fi. I guess the freak Wi-Fi there for you.
It isn't a Comatose podcast without at least one of them.
There we go. There you go.
I don't know. I don't know how much of that you heard.
We heard mental health was important, and I remember you leaving LBYW.
Yeah, and I left because of that, and I want to applaud Comatose for actually getting the help that he probably needs.
Thank you.
And many of men and women should definitely need to seek that, the ones that need it.
Absolutely.
It's definitely something that needs to be researched more, and
sure.
more people need to go out and get it.
Absolutely. We have a wrestler coming on next Wednesday, the Tribal Cheese in the UK, who actually quit. He's a pro wrestler and wrestled a match and just said, I'm done, and really hasn't wrestled a match. And mental health is a major thing. And I commend you, and I commend, Comatose for that honesty. And, obviously Mr. Freak also has a huge match with a guy Killshot, who I know Mr. Comatose knows very well, coming up in TPW. But if you are here, do me a favor, please follow the Psychotic Freak on Instagram. And I have more surprises up my sleeve. And anything else you want to say, Mr. Freak? Or anything else you want to say, Comatose?
Yeah. When you do get back, I hope we eventually do get to see each other in the ring. We'll see how that line goes.
For sure.
I'm
planning on it, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm planning on it.
If we don't meet there, we'll definitely meet in TPW, and I want to thank you for bringing the freak to TPW.
Love and by the way, I love your promo you just did against Killshot there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
that was
it.
phenomenal. You shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. You did really, really good. Like I genuinely mean that. I think you got something, and I think you need to keep on doing it, especially
Yeah,
like for
this
sure.
is definitely that's something we talked about, especially if I want to go into the line of work of meteorology. I know Tom and I talked about.
Yes.
I definitely need to be more confident behind the camera, and this is what this is doing. But
Which is good, man. Which is good. Just keep on going down that path, and I know that you got it. I'm very. It warms my heart to hear that you also took the time that you needed to take for your mental health, for sure. Because, like we've been saying this entire podcast, it is very, very important for everybody to do so, and it should be researched more. It should be taken very much more seriously. When people are crying out for help, they need to be listened to, because if you don't listen to the call for help, you could end up regretting not picking up the phone. Um, and I just want to tell you, man, even though we haven't been interacting for very, very long,
Yep.
I admire the work that you were doing, especially as a new guy in TPW. And people like you are a part of the reason that I can continue going on, and I have been able to continue going on even with all this going on. And I want you to know that I truly love you. Absolutely, man.
I like hearing that. This is a good man. I've known the Freak for quite a while, and I love when guys like him get a chance to go and do other things, and gives him an opportunity, because he's a good man, and I love seeing his company get some recognition outside of their own company, and he's one of those guys I genuinely like to see do well, and that's why we're happy to see you, Mr. Freak. So I know you're gonna go and go back. I know obviously curfew's now time for the event. You're at the hospital, and I know you got to be waiting for results with Killshot. Bang bang, and we'll see you here on Sports. I have a feeling very soon, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and don't kill those too many turkeys. I would
all
hope.
right, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, Comatose. Happy Thanksgiving, Tom.
You got it.
Happy
That is the
Thanksgiving, brother.
Psychotic Freak. Please, if you're on Instagram, you're seeing him here for the first time, give him a follow. He's now a part of TPW. And let me get to the next person. I got a lot of surprises here up my sleeve. And we're joined by none other than, well,
Oh
here
my goodness.
yeah, he's here, the TPW champion. He was here in an empty chair. No, we're not talking about a debate, in a congressional town hall, but it seems like Dario Divine would be here, and we can always bring him. There we go. There you go, Dario. Dario, how you
Man.
doing? You got a few minutes, and I got
Oh.
another big surprise up my sleeve. And
We
how
got
you
some
doing
minutes. I'm hanging in there. I just took a quick smoke break. Shout out Jerry Main Donut Runs. But how we doing?
We're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. We're taking it day by day. That is for sure. I am very, very happy to see you here. I want to first say, before anything is said, that I really do apologize that I did not come on your stream when you first appeared on here. You did amazing, and you deserved that spot, and you deserve future spots, because you are a star, my brother.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Oh,
And
don't
hey,
worry.
trust me,
He'll be on here real soon. Just wait. You just wait.
when he says star, I mean it takes one to know one. So I'm looking at the biggest star in the business right now. So
Oh,
Absolutely.
tough to see him go, but hey, I don't even have my own title with me right now, but I did bring our tag team championships because that's what it's all about right now, holding that down.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
that's going to be a big topic for sure. Rocky is here next Friday. He will be talking a lot about that. We're very excited to see Rocky return to Sportswire once again. And obviously, if you are here, please follow TPW. The Psychotic Freak is a part of the roster. Obviously, the one and only Dario Divine, our TPW champion. So please support TPW. And, I know I got a bunch of people I got to get through. Anything else you want to say, Dario, to Mr. Comatose, before we let you go focus on championship stuff?
Yeah, the great Jeff Hardy once said, "This is not goodbye forever. This is only goodbye for now, and I will see you in the future." And you know what? That's exactly how I'm feeling about Comatose, and I hope when he does see the work I'm able to put out for him, he sees that I channel that fucking Comatose energy and I bring
That's
it
so
just like he would.
Ooh.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. That is so good.
It's that tiger blood there. It's that tiger blood, to quote
If
Charlie.
he's gone, someone's got to carry that. And I don't know if it's going to be Mangione or Elias's head, but they are in for it.
Well,
I can
you know
see it.
what?
You know what, dude? I have all the faith in the world that you will be able to channel what you like to call your inner comatose. But I want you to remember that there is only one Dario Divine. And my brother, I've got to say, outside of character, you have been one of the bigger helps for sure. Talking in the personal DMs with me, talking with me on my personal messages, on my phone number. We have a lot in common. I have not met a whole lot of people out there that I could say that I can relate to as heavily as you. And I am so glad that Rocky brought me into TPW so I can meet my brother from across the United States, man. You are an extraordinary person that I am anticipating heavily to meet, and it will happen one day. There's going to be a picture one day of me and Dario Divine side by side in real life, and I can
Very, very
guarantee
soon.
you very,
I
very
believe
soon
it.
you guys will see
Listen,
that.
I've seen it here on this platform. Guys meet, and that's what it's about. And community, and I think Dario is a big part of that. If you're on Instagram for the first time, please go out and follow Dario. He will be a big topic. Wait for the next surprise. And Yoshimatsu Matsuda, obviously the OGS who was here last week, wanted to also give you some best wishes, and we await your return. Yes, we love him too. And the Psychotic Freak has never smoked. Mama Comatose is here. Obviously, I got a lot of people I got to get to. And, Dario, I want to thank you as always. I have a feeling in the next surprise I have, you'll be a topic here. And I will have an announcement there with that. And thank you, Champ, as always. And keep up the good work. And happy Turkey Day. Gobble, gobble. And
you as well.
We'll see you soon. Yes, yes,
Love
yes.
You, brother.
That is Dario Divine. He is the TPW champion, of course, a part of the enterprise. And I got to get right to it. I got to go right down the line because I got another surprise for you. And this is another man that you know very well and wouldn't be
AJ,
without
AJ
the Don
Harrison.
of Combat.
I don't drink, but I'll clink some eggnog to you.
No, so you know what? Just for you, I'm gonna I'll ruin the character. It's apple juice.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for clarifying that.
But no, dude, sitting backstage and just hearing everything, and even before I've been very emotional about it. You have done so much, not only for the promo community, but also outside of that. The fact, and I told you this personally, and I'll say it, openly. I don't like very many people. I don't, and I like even less people to be in that inner circle of mine. You are like very, very close, and I consider you family, much like Dario, and probably on one hand, maybe one or two others. Mental health it's definitely something. You and I, we've had our talks in the DMs and stuff. You know that I'm always here for you. You got my personal number, and if there's anything you need, feel free to reach out. But it's definitely one of those things that the impact that you've made in the community and just overall in touching people's lives when you face adversity or something, such a hardship like this, and you see the love and support that comes to you. You may see it, from here and there, sporadically, but to see everybody band together like they are now to come and support you really says a lot about you as a man and your character. And I'm not talking about like just your wrestling character, but you as an individual. You give so much and you have that heart. Honestly, I wish I had just an ounce of the heart that you have, because you have a passion and a drive for not just wrestling, but anything you set your mind to. And you are a true inspiration. And I thank you so much for not only everything you've done outside, but for that one hell of a banger that you and I put on. That is one of my all-time favorite matches, a memory that will stay with me forever. And I'm so grateful and I'm thankful for everything that you've done. I'm starting to get a little emotional here.
Don't cry on me here, because I got to announce it here while you do that. That Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern time, AJ Harrison is back on Sportswire, 5 p.m. Eastern time. So
Yep.
don't
And-
save the tears for Saturday.
Yeah, and Tom, would you be all right if because I don't know if Comatose knows the announcement. May I give that announcement? Because if it wasn't for him, I don't think that.
Do whatever you want. I mean, you know, Logo.
So, Comatose, if it wasn't for you, Tom wouldn't have reached out to me most recently to induct me into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. So,
That's
like I
awesome.
said, I mean, to see the impact that you've made on people's lives, you are true family to me. You are my true brother. And if there's anything that I could do for you, please let me know. And thank you so much for everything from the bottom of my heart. And so I love you, brother. And I don't want to keep anybody else waiting. So
yeah, we got a couple more people, but I do, before you leave, I want to plug Instagram, because I got it, the BTW guys I'm going to get to in about 15 minutes. We're going to end with the BTW gang, because we do want to talk remember to remember. But if you are here, Instagram, AJ Harrison's got a page. Give him a follow. You can get in touch with EPW. Also, YouTube. He's got a YouTube page. You're definitely going to want to sub there on YouTube. He's got a lot of content. He is the Don of Combat for a reason. He's also got an IMDb page. He has been an actor, podcaster, radio show host, martial arts champion, promo champion, you name it. He's done it. Hit the sub button for him. And we're excited. Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern time in the Sports Radio.
Tom, real quick, because I can do this. I am the Don of Combat.
You are.
And I would like to bestow upon Comatose, even though he does wrestling, it all fits in the same sense. Comatose is now going to be known as the godfather of wrestling. So
hey,
when you get back, you embrace it and tell people like I do, kiss the ring.
Hey, you know what?
Y'all are trying to make me cry. Damn. God damn.
Don't do that, because we still got BTW.
I know.
I got about
Love you,
20,
brother.
30 minutes of BTW. So don't make this man cry, because I got to talk about he's got 2 matches to get through. So
All right.
I
Well, I
won't
love
do
you, brother.
that.
And I will
man.
catch you later.
That is AJ
Oh.
Harrison. Please follow him on
so
Instagram
sweet.
and YouTube. We will see him soon. I got to get to somebody, because he's outside in a
so
car, and he wanted to give you a few words before I get to the BTW gang. Then I got somebody else. That is, wrong guy. You're going to have to wait. It's Riley Bates. Sorry, kill shot.
My man Riley, what's up, brother?
Well, I'll tell you what. Listening to everybody else, and I hope to God that my Wi-Fi don't fuck me over in this time.
I'm giving you
But-
real quick time. I know you're in a pinch.
Okay. I don't know why everyone's making it sound like you're dead, but I'll tell you what. I've been through the mental struggles with you. Maybe I can pull over here to get a better light, but I've been through the mental struggles with you.
Come on, we want to see it.
I've been with the mental struggles with you. I know what it's like to be down them dark days and have those dark thoughts and all that. I don't know what it's like on your end, and I'll tell you what. If you ever need to reach out, truly, honestly, if you ever need to reach out, let me know. And I'll say this on behalf of the Reapers. All right, I'll say this on behalf of the Reapers and on behalf of myself, Napalm, Freak, and Alpha. I'll say this: if you do decide to come back in 2026, there will be one day where Riley Bates and Comatose stand across the ring from each other, and when that happens, I want you to know that Riley Bates. I don't know where I'm going with this. I want you to know that Riley Bates is going to be there, and when he's there, it's all because you, my friend, have fought your battles, fought your demons, and the world gets to see Comatose one more time in wrestling.
Well said. That's well said.
Really,
and,
really
if you're here, do me
really
a favor
appreciate
let's give Riley a little support. Hit a sub to his YouTube channel for his company, SBW. So if you're here, I see a bunch of people in the chat. Go give him a sub. And we appreciate him being here for a minute or two. And Comatose, you want to say anything to Riley before he goes? And we don't want to get him killed on the road right now. So we want to.
We're fine.
Yeah. So yeah, I do have something I'd like to say to Riley. You definitely will be seeing me back in 2026. This isn't going to be a it's not as if I'm going to be gone for an entire year for sure. I definitely need at least a month just to get myself checked for sure. But with that being said, I'm gonna hold you to your promise, because you are one of the people that I definitely want to see across the ring that has currently been making a name for himself, and not just making a name for himself, but blowing his name up to the proportion where I can truly say that you are one of the very few people in the world that I would consider top talent. And when I see top talent, that's another person that I need to have in my story. You in the future are going to be a very important part to my story, and without you, it couldn't be anywhere near as special as I am projecting it to be. You are an amazing person, my friend. Thank you so much for everything that you do for this community, and I want you to know I am always open to text you as well if you are having hard struggles. I will definitely take you up on your offer and text you when I need. And you are loved, my brother. You are needed here for sure.
So are you, my
Like
man.
anybody else, God has a plan for you.
Yep.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for everything you do.
And
You
Riley's
are
on
welcome.
Instagram too. Please give him a follow. Please support him. He's been very generous to be here of late on Sportswire, and we like to support those. And Mr. Freak was here, Mr. Bates. I'm sure you were aware of that. He didn't give us any freak math, but nevertheless, he was still
God,
here.
as much as I love Freak, thank God no Freak math was involved here tonight.
Well, you know
Yes.
what? We'll
I'll
leave it
say
at
this. I'll say this, and then I'll head out. That way I can get myself some food here. I'll order you a double cheeseburger here, Comatose. I'll get you a double cheeseburger from McDonald's for you. But I'll say this. Thank you, my man, for the kind words. You are also loved and appreciated. Don't ever forget that. While you're going through this journey, don't ever forget that. God does have a plan for us, and that plan is for Riley Bates to beat Comatose's ass sometime
Hey,
later on
I'm
down the road.
liking that.
Yeah.
I'm liking that.
All right,
I would
all right.
love to
Yes.
see that.
All right. All jokes aside, thank you for having me on here, Tom. Thank you
Got
for
it.
letting me speak some kind words, and I'll see you guys later down the line.
You got it. That is
See you
Riley
later
Bates,
down
the
the
one
line,
and only
brother.
Riley Bates, of course, of the North Dakota Reapers, and he is the SPW champion. I got one more before BTW comes here. Yes, they're waiting. This was the other guy that was here, and I pressed the wrong button. But it wouldn't be. I got to give him
Infamous.
a shot. He wanted to say hello for a few minutes, and then we'll get to the main
Little big dog.
content of the show. But how
What's
you
up,
doing,
brother?
Killer?
Here. A little still surviving here, but
Yeah,
life is
we'll be
life.
talking about that on Friday. Yeah, you'll be a topic.
But nah, just I hear you battling your demons. Trust me, I'm right here. Anytime, anywhere, at any time you need me, I'm always one call away.
Yes, sir.
Those demons,
I
I can tell you from experience, it's hard, but you'll fight through it.
will
Yes.
definitely do my best to do that for sure. I'm gonna try to do my best to kick these demons' ass and come back better than I've ever come before. And with people like you are definitely a big inspiration of why I can do this. And I want you to always, when I'm gone, I want you to bring it. I want you to bring the best kill shot that you could possibly bring, and I want you to light up those screens for me. I want you to channel your inner infamous, and I want you to bring that to the screen with all of your full passion, my brother. And I know you can do it, and I want to see you win a championship. I want to see you win a championship in TPW.
I might be leaving now. I might be a number one contender for the right to start championship, but it never said I couldn't go for a little title you used to hold.
Oh,
Now you might be
Killshot's
leaving,
always
but
firing. He's
I
never
might be
not.
stepping. I might step up to taking that title, holding it good for you, let it warm up on my shoulder, so you show back up, so we can go back at it.
That sounds like a plan to me for sure. But I mean, I might not be able to hold that I might not be able to hold the Change of Fortune Championship after I take the World Heavyweight Championship from Maxwell Mangione when I
Oh no,
come back.
I'm not talking about the change of fortune.
Oh,
I'm talking about the tag team titles.
oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Talking
have to
about them
get through.
tag.
You're gonna have to get through Jerry Main and Dario Divine on that one, because ladies and
Returning Jerry May, that's been that's a topic. AJ Harrison's going to be here Saturday night. I'm sure Killshot you'll be around because we'll be talking about that and other things. And this guy Johnny Velasi, you heard of him? He'll be here Friday. You'll be a big topic then.
I know he's probably sitting in the crowd right now. Hey yo, Johnny! Love you, bro.
Yeah, we love Johnny. We love you too, Killshot. We're very happy to see you. I know you're going through a lot, and if you're here on Instagram, follow Killshot, and I think we'll be seeing you the following weekend with the rest of the EWA gang. And hit the button, live and love it, no boundaries. Killshot's got plenty of no boundaries, and Killshot. Anything else you want to say before I get to the BTW? Because Comatose has still got business. That's why I keep saying Comatose, don't shed a
Me
tear.
and you.
You still got
Oh,
some
I'm not.
Me and you.
I've been holding it back.
business.
Me and you one day. I'm gonna come down there. Me and you, I don't give a fuck if it's EWA. I don't care if it's in the ring. I don't care if it's promoing. I want to see you face to face, not a match.
Comatose.
Comatose,
When I get a sabbatical one day, I hope I get half the attention you got tonight. Because I tell you what, I mean, boy, Comatose, you certainly got quite a number of people here that came on and wanted to say their piece
and
to
I'm
you.
gonna say this real quick. Now you might be part of the enterprise, but I had a fetch of myself called
Yes, you did.
Sportzwire. Do it for me. Put him up. Just walk.
I'll put him up, brother.
Good
I'll put him
for
up for you, brother. That's gonna piss Justin
Because-
Parsley off, but I'll put him up for you, man.
Well,
It can piss him off, but in the 4 races we live by one rule. Middle fingers to the air. Tell them motherfuckers, fuck you. Can't beat us because we are who we are.
That's the case. We are certainly that, and Killshot is on Instagram, so give him a follow. Check out his company, the EWA, which will be a topic quite a bit over the next week. They have their next big show coming up on December 7th, and Killshot, go get some rest, go feel better from yesterday. We'll be talking.
I'm about to
about it.
heal. I'm gonna go heal up these fucking wounds from that street fight.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
All right, Killshot, you go feel better. That is Killshot, Mr. Bang Bang himself, and obviously, Comatose, and you certainly had a lot there to parcel and try to get through. But now I have them here, and they want to talk for a little bit because it was supposed to be their show, and yeah, they're here, and some of your colleagues in BTW, and they're not going to be as congratulatory as what some of these individuals were outside of that, because you have a big show you're a part of. You're pulling double duty, and RTG baby is a part of that. Mikey D is a part of that. I'm sure we'll get a name or two to come on here over the next half hour or so, and fellas, how you doing tonight, and what's going on? We have a lot to look forward to here. One more BTW show tomorrow night, which is the go home show. Then we've got night 1 and 2, which is going to take place here Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Yes, I have the poster for that shortly. Yes.
I gotta say that cry fest about made me puke.
See, I told you, Comatose, do not cry on here tonight.
That's why I held it back. I knew you were coming, RTG. I smelled you from a mile away.
I know the truth is that you're, taking this sabbatical because you're sad that you don't get to try and retire the G, baby.
Oh.
The two losers, the loserness in the yard, and Ryan just sucks at that shot, and we all know it's not going to happen.
It's fine. That's fitting that your sons get one last chance to sun you in a ring. That's perfectly poetic that your sons get to sit you down and put you in the retirement home you should have been in.
But he created his offspring. Couldn't you make the argument he created his offspring? I mean, not to quote a Vince McMahon, because we know what Vince McMahon's been through, but I mean, he can basically kill what he created here coming up this weekend.
He could, and you know what? I'm gonna do this, a very rare props given to RTG from Comatose. Very rare.
Kind of Comatose.
I will say it has been very, very impressive how you have been able to keep this championship. It has been very, very impressive. Now, whether that is through antics or whether that has actually been you performing in a ring, which I'm just as shocked as anybody that has watched BTW. Seeing you actually perform in a ring, that should be inspiring to anybody, especially anybody that is about 1,000 years old like you are.
Hey. I just went through a Zoom
You know
before I
what?
went in here where I was instructed about racism and age discrimination in the workplace. So let's certainly not puke some of those activities here on Sportswire. So let's keep going.
That calling me old is about as petrified as the shit on your teeth, mister. But
Ooh. And I also have another surprise here from BTW that hasn't been on here. I think they're going to be coming on here shortly. So while you
okay.
we have a surprise, and I do want to
you know
before
what?
we get
While we're giving out props, Comatose, I'll give you yours. You won your interpromotional title back off of Chocotos, which
I am Chocotos.
anything. Well, sorry. I'm old, right? Demented.
Ah.
I'm a dinosaur off of the choke blazer. There's too many chokers in BTW. Get in my head, But off the
Wow.
choke blazer, Aaron Blase, a very blase wrestler in my opinion. But good job there,
Thank
and
you.
good luck keeping it.
Well, that's a great segue because as I put the poster up, and it was quite a segment here last week on BTW TV, and you're going to be in action not once but twice. You're going to be in action against the man that RTG is also going to be in action with, the coolest guy in the RBES, and then you are defending that interpromotional championship against a rather different Steven Storm. I mean, this Steven Storm right now. I mean, this is the Steven Storm people have been waiting for a long time, and you're gonna have your work cut out for you this weekend, Comatose. I mean, boy, you're gonna certainly have your work cut out for you.
I definitely will. And I'm not going to be that cocky guy and sit here and say that maybe that I'll be able to win both of these matches. Now, I am very confident in my ability that I will win both of these matches, as I have beaten both of these men, especially Steven.
This is a different Steven Storm. This is not the Steven Storm we've beaten in the past.
This is a different Steven Storm, you're right. But what Steven Storm has been trying to do to Comatose is something that hasn't been done in a very, very long time. Now, there's been an underlying message that Steven Storm has been trying to send to me. And I don't know if it's been very clear to the audience, so allow me to make it crystal clear. Steven Storm, if you want broken blindness, Comatose, that man that was blinded in WWC, that man that never lost a single match when he was in that state, the insanity that had gone on for years, a man that wrestled blindfolded and beat everybody's ass,
choking BES.
you will get it.
But look at what we're seeing here the last few weeks from Steven Storm. I mean, you were right on the ground when this happened, and what happened to you right prior. I'm going to show that footage. I mean, this is the Steven, and RTG, you have been saying it throughout the season. This is the man you've been waiting for, and you're getting him. And Comatose is, as hard as you fought to regain your BYW Interpromotional Championship, you could as quick lose that championship here this weekend.
I could. But I believe that it is a level playing field because, as everybody knows, this match me and him are walking into is a strap match, which means
first one in the first one in company history, by the way. The first one
in company history, which means you are going to be tied to me. You are not going to have any room to escape. You're not going to have any room to run out of the ring and catch your breath or take a breather whatsoever. You're going to have to be tied to me, and you're going to have to hit all 4 of those ring posts in order to beat me. It's not as simple as a pin or a submission. You're going to have to hit all 4 of those ring posts without me stopping you. And good luck doing so.
Well, I'm excited about that. But, Mikey, it is good to see you because I have your poster next, and I have somebody backstage that I hope will put their mic on, and we have someone else to join us, which I think was another cue for Comatose. But, Mikey, you were in action, and you got a chance to pick up some gold. And I mean, talk to me about what's going through your mind here before this weekend.
Well, first of all, I want to say to Comatose, like, I love you as my brother, and good luck on your future endeavors.
Well,
But
you'll be
Thank-
back though. But good
I will
enough.
be
Thank
back.
But
I'll be back, but I really appreciate that.
but
Yeah, he's under contract for
me and
another
Andre,
year.
we have a huge tag match coming up, so I'm trying to prepare myself. I don't know where Andre is at right now, but I'm trying to prepare myself for it.
Listen, you know what?
So
Let him be. He's in beast mode right now. I mean, he's in beast.
probably
Maybe he's
is.
taking a cue off the man that's. I'm really excited to see here, Steven Storm, in a minute.
Yeah. Well, just know that those titles are coming back to us. So that's all I really got to say.
And what are you
Oh,
guys feeling
Mikey
about
D.
Mad Jack right now? What are you feeling about his situation right now?
I don't know what to say about that man. That man's just like a loose cannon sometimes, I swear.
Well, well, speaking of loose cannons, Steven Storm. Boy, I've been waiting all night. Enough with the Comatose goodbyes. The man that could permanently force Comatose to say goodbye is here, and Steven Storm, I'm just letting you go at it. Boy, Steven, you know what? Maybe this is a sign that you don't need to do any talking. The sign is that you're just going to go out there and unleash that angst on Comatose, and that'll once and for all teach him a lesson.
All right, I don't know what's going on with my phone, but still.
All right. Well, I mean, obviously, what you're going to
I
tell
think
us
the
next.
earbuds
demon
or
has
something
his
there, bud.
vocal cords. The demon's playing with his vocal cords right now. That's why it's not working.
Mikey
You've got
D, good luck to you and Andre. You guys aren't going to win the tag titles. The Northwest Society will keep those. There's nothing you and Andre can do. You can go beast mode. Your only hope is to bring a couple mills and get me. Yeah, that's right. Me. I will be doing double duty at November to Remember. I will be defending the titles with Blackout against you guys. And, if you bring me a Big Mac meal with a large diet Dr. Pepper and large fries, I just might, let you win. Not.
Well, listen,
I don't know about all
I
that.
am very. Well, I'm telling you what, I'm intrigued about all these matches here. And if you're here on YouTube right now, do me a favor, hit the sub button for BTW on YouTube. This is their season finale. The guys will be back here after the season finale. We'll figure a day out in the month of December, and we'll recap and we'll talk about what's ahead. There is somebody backstage that I really, really want to see on there because he has a match coming up that I think some people would like to really talk about here shortly. But you can see that the tag team championships are being defended here, and there is RTG baby. He's pulling double duty, and Comatose is pulling double duty, and we know what Andre Xavier and Mikey D have done throughout the year, and Ice are back. It's going to be a great card, and there's a lot here to offer. And we know BES and Comatose. That's a match a lot of people are excited about. I mean, there's a lot to unpack here, and we're certainly excited about it. And there you're back. You're back. Let's see. Let's try this again, Steven.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
Oh.
Well,
A little bit
go ahead.
better.
Yeah, I'm with that. Yes, Steven.
The thing is with this strap match, Comatose is talking about how it's a match where I can't run and hide. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the same situation with you. All right, you don't really understand what you actually are dealing with. This demon that you're facing. He has actually been around for a lot longer than you or even me. There's like a whole story behind this demon, and I'm not gonna go into detail of it because I'm not trying to take a whole bunch of time.
Fair enough.
But the thing is, all I can tell you is that he's not no run-of-the-mill demon that you would see with like Ben Balor or Kane or anything of that nature. He's different.
And you've had recent success against Comatose here in the last few weeks, which is going to give you that confidence, that momentum that you've kind of lacked here throughout the season.
Yep. That's supposed to be.
And there's the footage. I mean, at this point, they're really, maybe Steven Storm doesn't need to do any talking, and we're watching it, and this was from a few weeks ago. And again, the Go Home show is tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern time, and night 1 and night 2 of November to Remember will take place this Saturday and Sunday. So do your Black Friday shopping. Forget about Cyber Monday shopping. Forget about betting on college football or anything else this weekend. Your 49ers won today, so there's no 49ers game to watch. So all you have to do is buckle up, settle in, grab your preferred beverage, to quote my guest, tomorrow or today, depending where you are, Godric Sandwell, and lock in and watch night 1 and 2 coverage here of BTW's November to Remember. And there is Steven Storm, who's been certainly impressive of late. And listen, Comatose, you got 2 intense matches here coming up, man. I got to tell you, you got 2. I think Steven Storm's onto something.
And you do have a point. I do have 2 very intense matches. Both with some of my greatest rivals that I've had here since I've been in BTW. I'm sorry. But as everyone knows, I am taking a sabbatical and I am going away for a while, and I will be damned if Comatose does not end off the year on a victory before he goes away. And I will be damned if the person that denies me that victory is one Steven Storm, no matter what realm, what shadow realm you want to live in, what persona like the man from Split that you want to pop out of your body. It doesn't matter.
Look at what he just did to you there. And also
It
on top of that,
that is very true.
Motivation. Yeah,
that is very true. Look what. Yes, that is very true. Look what he's doing to me here. He did win this match. He did pin my shoulders to the mat 1, 2, 3 for the first time in your career. Let me add. But I want to tell you this. I was not expecting what I saw walking out of that curtain. I was not expecting the level of intensity that you were going to bring into this match. Because normally, when you come into the match, you're kind of just living up to my name, and you're in a state of comatose. You're kind of sleepy. You're kind of sluggish around the ring. You're kind of not moving that fast. But with this guy, I can see this guy brings you a jolt of energy like you just drank 5 Red Bulls before you even entered that curtain. So, since now I know what I'm going up against, like the rest of my career has entailed, like anything else that I've ever faced, once I see it one time, I know what's going to happen the second time. That's with anybody I've ever faced. That's with BES. That's with RJS. That's with Swift. The only person that I have not had the pleasure
Jacob
of having
Frost
that happen to, Jacob Frost. And the only person that I have not had the pleasure of that happening to is one RTG, because he's been too scared to lose that Continental title.
Well, he's got his offspring he's dealing with. I'm going
He
to give
does,
him a pass on that.
and I will allow the storybook ending for RTG to happen, and I will allow both of his sons, whether it is BES or RJS, take that title off of him so he can ride off into the sunset and piggyback ride on Blackout Forever. That's fine. But
Hey, you know what, Comatose? Shut up and listen here. Next season, at our first pay-per-view next season, you can have a shot at my Continental title. All right, you want your rematch? You got it.
Ooh.
But you won't have it.
I will have it. That is a guarantee.
Ooh, he's
Okay.
guaranteed. He's guaranteed.
RTG doesn't lose. You should know that.
I'll take that challenge. You hold on to that belt so I can take it back. Absolutely.
Well, you know what? I want to see now if this person wants to come on the stage, because this is what I'm waiting for before I present BTW something, because I really want to see what this person has to say, because they haven't been here in a minute on Sportswire, and they're from BTW, and they have a match that I think is a really intriguing match. I'm going to try it. I can't guarantee if they'll pop up, but hopefully RTG will work some of his magic, and maybe we'll figure it out. But we are, I think, joined by... I think.
The
Well, maybe not.
the
Maybe not.
Jacob Wayne.
Well, I mean, he's not there in the video, so maybe we should.
Well, we don't know which Jacob.
There we go.
Oh
there we go.
man,
Oh, there he is.
and he grew a beard.
All right, I will give you maybe 5 minutes because I am at the gym right now. I am training my ass off so that way I can kill Aaron Blaze, something that like any other backyard wrestler, really wrestlers in general, don't do. I'm training. So I will bless you with 5 minutes. So let's just cut to the chase. Hit me with some of the good stuff. Give me some hard questions. Let's get this going. Let's get this going.
You said that there's going to be somebody that you're going to permanently put on the shelf here before the BTW season is going to end. That would be this weekend. So this is it, pretty much.
Let me explain to you something. I said a promise. I will permanently injure and take out permanently a wrestler from BTW for vengeance on the fans, for them abandoning me. And unfortunately, and also fortunately, it is Aaron Blaze. Now, I'm going to say this very crystal clear so everyone can hear this in the roster, all the fans and everything. I don't care if I win or lose this match. All I care about is injuring Aaron Blaze and making sure he never returns. I promise you, I don't care. Win, lose, or draw, Aaron Blaze will never return to BTW ever again. You can quote me right now. Aaron Blaze will never return to BTW again. Win, lose, or draw at November to Remember.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I listen. Last man standing match to boot. Definitely, you're gonna make sure that who you just mentioned will not be ever seen in a BTW ring again. I believe you. I believe you.
I promise you, he will never return to BTW after I'm done with him. Win, lose, or draw.
I wouldn't want to get in your way. I know you're in the gym. I know you're a busy man. I mean, is there anything else you'd like to say? I don't want to even ask you anymore because I don't want to be like anybody else or even your opponent here coming up this weekend. So I certainly don't want to turn into that. Is there anything else, sir, that you'd like to say before we let you go and do what you do best?
Oh, you've been nice. This has been a wonderful show. You know what? Got anything? Ask me like one more question. We got some time. Let's go.
You got any final words for your opponent who you say is never going to be seen here in a BTW ring again after this weekend?
No. Come on. Ask me some better questions. Tom, ask me something that will get some clicks. Let's spice
I'll
things
ask
up
you
a bit.
something. I'll ask
Come
you
on.
something. When are we gonna get that one-on-one match you've been dodging for so long? You want to hurt someone? Why haven't you tried to hurt me?
And but we know your sabbatical though is coming. You don't want to
Oh
face
yeah,
the face.
no, it's coming, but the end of the season's also coming.
You know what? No.
What
Listen,
about
listen.
season 8?
You know
What
what?
about?
I was very excited to get in the ring with Comatose during process of elimination.
Yes,
Because we did actually lock up, and we did.
I did. I
have
was
a
there in the
little bit
chat
of
for
moment.
that. Yes.
Yeah. So that was great to have. That was great to see. It was great to experience that. Now, of course, we never went one-on-one. I promise you that's not for lack of trying. Unfortunately, our paths did not cross this season, and But I will say,
well, you know what? You asked for a question that you want is hard. Maybe next season, should Comatose survive this new Steven Storm, maybe the next
Trust
person
me. I've already requested to all of the BTW management booking that next season I would love to go one-on-one multiple times with Comatose. That would be a dream match. That would be really cool for him, for me. I can't talk shit about him yet because I've never been in the ring with him. I don't really know one-on-one if he's good or bad. However, I will say
The fact you won the Royal Rumble in BTW this season, yet you couldn't even beat Redhead at Mania. That was your shot, bud. And you're going to say the next season is
That's
be
a good
different?
point. We talked about that here. That was actually one of the questions I had asked Comatose about that. That's a interesting point you made.
I'm not underplaying Redhead. Redhead's a great competitor. I have lost to him before. I'll admit that. He's a really good wrestler. However, I will say the fact you won the Rumble this last season and you had everything in your grasp. You main evented BTW Mania and you tried to get the world title and you failed. What makes you think next season's going to be different? I'm sorry, it's not. It's not. Like, you had your shot.
I will tell you right now that Comatose next season is gunning for that world title. That is going to be his main mission besides shutting your ass up. And I'm going to take that world title. I'm going to run with that world title even better than Blackout ever could have and way better than Redhead ever could have. And there won't be a man alive that could take that title off of me once I get it. Whether your name is Jacob Wayne, Blackout, RJS, Steven Storm, Mikey D, it doesn't matter what your name is because next season, this is the face of BTW and you're going to have to get used to it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you because I know he's got to run. I want to give BTW something here, but I will tell you what. There would be one match for my money, and I think a lot of fans, not just in BTW, but in backyard and underground wrestling would like to see, and that is Jacob effing Wayne and Comatose. Comatose, if you say you are the king of the West, you say you are the GOAT of BYW, you got to get through this guy. And this guy, and I'm going to say it. I said it here last time he was on Sportswire. I haven't seen a guy that looks like him in the backyard circuit. We know what this man does outside of wrestling. We've seen the physique. We've seen the shape. We've seen the size. And I think a lot of people would like to see Comatose. If you truly are the king of the West and the GOAT of BYW, well, your road to all those things very well may have to go through Jacob effing Wayne.
And just like anybody else on that long, lonely road that I have been traveling, I will run through you. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how strong you are. We could put your brute strength up against my unorthodoxness because I can tell you what, when you step in the ring with me, you're not going to know what to expect. And that's by design. Because people like you that I know have more strength than me, people like you that I know are hitting the gym 24/7, putting in work in, benching 400s with straps on. That's completely fine. You want to know what you don't got that I do have? A heart full of immense passion. That can't be taught in a gym, buddy. That is born through me.
Ooh,
all right, well, hey, you know what? There's always next season. So
that's a great point.
Want to go one-on-one
Cheers to
next
you.
season? That's totally
And
fine.
you know what? And before you go, it is BTW Day here one more time before the season's out. So, there you go. So, obviously, we'll give that to management. And Mr. Wayne, obviously, I know you're busy and you want to go kill more people, so we'll let you do what you need to do. And it's a pleasure, and we hope to see you here back after November to Remember.
Remember, I promise you, Aaron Blaze will never return to BTW after November to Remember ever again, whether I win, lose, or draw.
Well, you know what? I hope to come back to Sportswire in the next day, so I don't want to get into your bad side. So thank you very much. Hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll be watching for sure. That was Jacob effing Wayne, who, as you could see, he's not in a good mood, and we'll, I'm sure, watch some of that this weekend. And yes, thank you. It is BTW Day. All right, we've spoke a lot, and I want to give everybody a chance for some final words here coming up. Mikey, final words here before this weekend tag team championship opportunity, an opportunity to collect some more gold here and keep whatever's left of the BCF4. But I give you that opportunity here for some final words, my friend.
Like I said earlier, my focus and Andre's focus is those tag titles, which is going to come back to us. So that's really much it.
Couldn't agree with you more. Obviously, couldn't agree with you more. And there's that match. There's the poster. And, Andre Xavier has always been one of those guys I've been really intrigued to watch during the season when I get into the chat. And we're excited about that. And, Steven Storm, I know you don't have to say much, but I'm going to nevertheless give you an opportunity. Should you want to say anything and we can hear it, unleash that demon.
I just want to say right here, Comatose, you say you basically know it all when it came to that demon that you faced. That's just in a regular match. When it comes to a no disqualification match like this, that's a whole different person that you're dealing with. You don't know the lengths that he will actually get to. And there is a reason why I had to trap him inside my mind for a long time. And you're actually going to find out why in November to Remember.
And you've got a win recently over Comatose, and this is the first ever strap match in BTW history. We know what Comatose said throughout the evening, and what a way to put Comatose on a permanent vacation for 2025 with a Steven Storm victory at night 2. This is Comatose's goodbye for the year. So, Steven, you've got a lot on the line, and I'll tell you what, you've been impressive these last few weeks, and maybe this is exactly what you've needed, unleashing that demon, and we're going to find out. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steven. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all puzzled there. That's okay. Steven, I got the point. You were good. You were good there. You were on target. RTG, baby, you got obviously double duty. And, we do this all the time. You said you've guaranteed. But I still got to give you some final words for your opponents here. You'll see Mikey in the ring there, and also for your offspring, which I know one of them is here in the chat.
Okay. First of all, for the tag team match, Mickey D, bring my food, and least mode. Enough said there. Least mode. Northwest Society will win that. And just so our Ryan just sucks and the loseness in the yard BES can't sit there and whine and cry, I did put myself in double duty too. So,
you've done it before in the past.
All three of us are,
yeah.
2 matches. We're both pulling double duty there. And, I got plans for our little match, so nothing to worry about there. And you'll just see why Ryan just sucks and BES is losing this in the yard after that match. And
I heard somebody there in the background. We'll certainly pretend we didn't hear that, but obviously,
that was Gabriel James, the next generation.
Well, the next generation certainly here, and I think RJS wants to say it's going to be RJS 2 belts here, double champ on the same night. If he's a double champ on the same night, when we do the show in December, maybe we'll have to put RJS in the Hall of Fame extra for that. Maybe that'll be something on the line, since that's for that. But I am very
does
excited.
Something Hall of Fame worthy, like beating me, maybe.
Well, he is the champion of BTW, so he is Hall of Fame worthy, and we think very highly of all three of you. And I'm not going to get in the middle of that because we do want to keep everybody happy on the same page, especially after what I just saw from Jacob Wayne just before. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil his dinner plans for sure. But we're excited about that. And if you are here, hit the sub button for BTW. Comatose, you've had plenty of people give you almost their own 2 cents, but I'm going to give you the opportunity for some final words for your opponents here coming up, your last 2 matches of the year. And that'll pretty much close the show here tonight. So I'm giving you the opportunity for some final words for one BES and the other, the man right across from you.
All right. Well, I will start with BES. BES, me and you have had a long, long history. And not only have me and you had a long, long history, but me and that television title have had a long, long history. And I will say, I'm not expecting a victory over you in this match. As a matter of fact, I'm expecting you to bring your A game. I'm expecting you to pull out all the stops. I'm expecting you to try to put me down, to prove why you can carry on the lineage of that title, especially the lineage that I bestowed upon it last year, carrying it all year. But win, lose, or draw, BES, at the end of that match, I will be getting up and I will be shaking your hand as a man that I fully respect as one of the 4 pillars of BTW. Now, Steven Storm, A man that is coming in here and claiming, yes, this isn't just a normal match, and yes, you think you know that you've seen everything of the Demon, but this isn't a normal match. This is a no disqualification setting. Let me remind the world one more time before you don't see me again for the rest of 2025. This might not be an Extreme Rules match. It might not be a street fight match, and it might not even just be a no disqualification match. But I want to remind you all, I have never in my entire backyard wrestling career lost a street fight match, Extreme Rules match, or a no disqualification match. So is it really me that has all the pressure put on me to keep this title? Or is it the pressure put on you to be the one person, no matter even if it is a strap match, to put me down in a no disqualification setting? Is it not the pressure that is all put on your shoulders to be the one out of many, many people to stand across the yard or the ring from me?
You know what? That's a good point. We were talking about this on Saturday's show before we sign off, and we had on the team of Peanut Butter and Jealous, and they're trying to win gold, and Steven's in that position. They said that they learned from their previous loss, but in this case, Comatose, it's the tables are the other way because he hasn't lost in this setting, so that gives him an immense advantage, whereas Steven is in an unfamiliar setting and an unfamiliar situation for BTW altogether. It's the first ever strap match in BTW history, which is why you want to support BTW and watch all of this by giving them a sub on YouTube. You can also follow them on Instagram, and the season comes to an end here this weekend. And, forget about those Cyber Monday deals, forget about Black Friday post plans, whatever deal you want. Hang out with the guys Saturday and Sunday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. They'll be there for the final show of the season. Some great matches. We saw Jacob Wayne. Jacob Wayne is promising we'll never see the man in question again in a BTW ring. RTG Baby's pulling double duty. Comatose is pulling double duty. RJS is pulling double duty. A lot of great matches, a lot of great stuff ahead. Please support BTW here. I can't stress this enough. We'll be back with the guys after the season, and we'll talk about what's next. And it is BTW Day here one more time. Even though it's Sportzwire with Comatose, as some of the guys were like, well, we're going to do something. Like, no, I got something up my sleeve, and it wouldn't be, to quote James Taylor, it can't be no other way if we didn't do one more for the road on BTW Day. And you guys do have the most days. You have the most BT days in Sportswire history. So we'll keep that going for sure. We'll keep it a regular thing, and we'll give you the physical copy. And fellas, I'm really excited for what's ahead here this weekend. I'll be popping in and out of the chat undoubtedly, and I want to thank you guys for your support. I want to wish everybody here a happy Thanksgiving. Comatose, this is your last ride here for 2025, so I want to thank you, and thank you for all that you do, and I wish you well. I wish you and your family well. Your brother's in action also, by the way, against Mad Jack, and we'll have to see if Mad Jack's going to the barber, or who knows there. And obviously, shout out to your brother Alex Ryder, and Mama Comatose has been here for many years streams, and I just want to thank you for all you do, and I wish you well. I wish you nothing but the best. And to quote Dario Divine, yes, we agree with that. We love you, Comatose, and he wanted to say here one more time, love you, brother. You're really doing all men a huge favor and showing you can, in caps, put your things aside to take care of yourself during Men's Mental Health Month. Yes, and the Tribal Cheese is on here next Wednesday, and he'll talk a little bit about that. And we really appreciate that. We wish you well on this sabbatical, and it was great to see so many of your peers inside BTW and outside of BTW come on here, and wish you all. Though the BTW guys, though, weren't as congratulatory, because they want to see you, especially Steven Storm, go out there on your back like so many do in the wrestling business. So we'll see about that. But no, all kidding aside, you guys are all great. We love having you on, and thank you for all you do for being a part of the All Wrestling Matters here on this platform. It's gotten us all these wonderful people on here, and you'll see some of them later in the week. But thank you, everybody, here for tuning in.
Hey, Tom, I just wanted to say one thing real quick, too, that Comatose and Steven Storm don't have the only first-time match at November to Remember. We also have a first-time ever Triangle Rules match for the BTW World Heavyweight Championship.
That's a great
And
point.
for you, those of you that don't know what that is, that means that to win this match, you got
You
to
have to
pin
post
your
a photo right
opponent,
now.
you got to submit your opponent, and you got to get a count out on your opponent.
Yeah,
So you got to
and
get
there
3
two men
wins.
that know each other like a book. Two men tag team partners. Two men, like Comatose said, two of the pillars of BTW. Those are two of the pillars of BTW, and how fitting that they're gonna close it out. They're gonna close it out, and that's gonna be one of those matches that I think a lot of people are gonna be really anxious to. All the matches. I mean, all the matches, and we'll see if RJS becomes RJS two belts because he did promise that they're RTG baby, and you did guarantee that won't happen. I got to throw that out there, but
It
that's
ain't happening.
well, you know what? You've been pretty good on that for the past year. It's been over 400
Yeah.
plus days, so we'll see. We'll have to see. We'll certainly see. Time will tell, but we're excited about the show, and we're excited about the go home show tomorrow, which is at 6 o'clock Eastern time. We have one more show. Please support the gang. Give them a sub on YouTube. We'll give you the physical copy of BTW Day when we're off the air. And fellas, thank you so much. Thank you for all your support, all your hard work, all you do out there, and going out and representing the wrestling community. And we'll see you guys here in a few weeks. And Comatose, we will see you hopefully again out there in 2026. And best wishes, and get well soon. And we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
All right, that is the BTW gang here. Mikey D, he'll be in action. He'll be competing for those tag team championships. Also, we've got Steven Storm. I think is one of the most intriguing factors right now, and he's got that demon in him. He's just beat Comatose recently, and that is RTG baby. Of course, he's got gold. He's holding, and he could be guaranteeing more things ahead. And he's got his career on the line still. And of course, the man that has been talked about throughout the evening, who is going on a sabbatical for now, that is Comatose, who is the BYW Interpromotional Champion. He's also part of the TPW Tag Team Champions. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally, where all music and wrestling matters. And if you're here on Sportswire Radio, hit the sub button for us. I'll be back here tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. with Godric Sandwell, the gentleman of Godric Sandwell. And please, if you're out there, take your health seriously. You don't want to be like me, right? But no, I'm only kidding. But have a wonderful day, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to the BTW guys, and we'll see you soon. And until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the number one global radio, Sportswire Radio, where all music and wrestling matters. Take care, everyone.